My name is Gerald Thomas. I served in the Marine Corps for 5 years. Did 2 tours of active duty. One tour was to Kuwait in 2003 and also to Iraq in 2004. I worked on radars. I was a radar technician with the Air Traffic Control Division, and by the time I got out the Marine Corps, I was an E6 staff sergeant in the Marine Corps. This right here is my beautiful wife of 16 years, high school sweetheart, Alexia Thomas. And my wife, as I said, we've been married for 16 years. Her mom has had the same disorder that she has. So it's a hereditary disorder. It's called spinal cerebellum ataxia. It means spinocerebellar ataxia. And so in so many words, the cerebellum, the part of the brain that controls the motor skills, the balance and the functioning of her extremities, that's deteriorating. And the doctors say there's no cure for it. They say it will progressively get worse. But throughout it all, I mean, she's been dealing with this for over 10 years now. She's been dealing with it. When we were in Arizona, that's when she was diagnosed. And the doctor said, hey, stop. We really didn't pay any attention to that part. Like, even when we were homeless and we were in the shelter the first time in Austin, I was gone, mind you. I was in Quantico, Virginia. But even with the disorder, like, she's still there. She's still, with the walker and everything, she's still just getting it done. She's getting them to school. She's driving still, getting them to school. Yep, she helped. She actually found us the apartment that we moved into. I mean, she was holding down the fort, right? And she did an amazing job, and I tell her that she means so much to me. Like this is if I say rocket, that could be an understatement. You know what I mean? But she is such a beautiful blessing, for me, and I'm really thankful for her. But to this day, I mean, she's still trucking along. She'll fall, she'll hurt herself, and she finds a way to fight through it and keep going. So she's an inspiration. So we have Darius. He is our 9-year-old. He's in 3rd grade. We have Derek. He is our 10-year-old. He's in 4th grade. We have Olivia. She is 8. She's 7. She'll be 8 years old here soon. And she's in 2nd grade. We have Daryl III, also known as Trey. He is our 8th grader. He is 14 years old. And then our 5th child, she is 16 years old, Amia, and she's not here with us right now, but that's our babies. Once we graduated, it was pretty much it. I rarely spent time at home, with my grandparents. I would spend a lot of time with my wife, my fiance at that point. I proposed to her at graduation. We kind of just stopped at graduation, and mid-graduation proposed to her. So that was fun. That was the talk of the town. But no, as soon as we had a chance, we were out of there. Age 17, I had went to boot camp. By the time I came back, we got married. And then shortly after, we ended up having our first child, and we moved to Pensacola, Florida, is where we went. So I chose Marine Corps because I knew that was going to be an opportunity to be able to get my head on straight, by going into the Marine Corps. And I also knew that was an opportunity to be able to provide stability for my family. And out of all the other branches, I really just literally asked the question, well, who's the hardest? Because I remember the Marines, coming in. I remember the Navy coming in. I remember the Army coming in. And I said, which one of these is the hardest of the branches? And they said the Marine Corps. And me, I enjoy challenges. I feel like it brings the best out of me. So I said Marine Corps. That's the way I want to go. So didn't look back. And let me add this to my wife. At that time, she had sworn in to go into the Army. She was going to be in intel. You know, so to find out that she was pregnant, you know, that devastated her. You know, and not only that part was devastating, but the fact that we had to tell her dad. You know, knowing that her dad was probably gonna kill us, right? So from that point on, I told her, I said, listen, babe, I got you. Like, whatever we're gonna do, this is something that we both gotta handle. You know, and that's what we did. You know, we never looked back. You know, once I joined the Marine Corps, it was just me and her. We like to say it was A&D against the world. You know, that was our motto. You know, the thing that was the hardest was when I had to deploy, when I had to actually go to combat. In 2003, at that time, President Bush was the president, and he had not yet declared war. You know, but we were already shipped over, and we knew that he was about to go ahead and give the thumbs up and go ahead and declare war pretty soon. The crazy thing about that is that my wife, at that time, she had just had our second to oldest, Daryl, and he was 2 months old. Our oldest child, she was 2 years old. You know, so to having to leave them and not really understanding if I ever come back, you know, because we're going into war, that kind of rocked us. That put a little strain, you know, just on us in general. But the second time when I had to deploy to Iraq, that was more of a strain on my marriage at that point, because we were gone for an even longer time. And once I found out that we were going to be deploying as much as we were, I said, you know what, I'm at my 5-year mark, I can either re-enlist or I can get out. And so, since they couldn't guarantee that I was not going to deploy, we decided to go ahead and get out. But yeah, it was a great ride. You know, I had 5 promotions, you know, in the Marine Corps. Got to see some, like I say, combat action, and from there, able to link up with a lot of different good friends at that point.
What was it like at the homestead while you were?
It was lonely, and I think that just mostly me being occupied with the children was my sanity.
There were only 2 at the time. That was Amita and Trey, but that was it. We didn't have our third one until after, you know, the Marine Corps, shortly after we got out. And then from there, they kind of just started popping out.
What was it like for you when he came home?
It was like a great awake, having lifted off life. He didn't sleep well all the time. He would stay up late and get up early, and he was definitely a little changed, if I can say that. Our family continued to grow, and with the grace of God, we all grew.
And I really didn't notice that, you know, as far as not sleeping and being distant. Like I didn't, and it wasn't until my wife had brought it to my attention that I started to notice it, you know. So yeah, that was an adjustment. Things just started to plummet, and we found ourselves getting very behind on bills. We found ourselves getting very behind on rents, and when it was all said and done, we were in so much trouble that we were asked to leave the apartment. You know, that's how behind we were. So we ended up leaving. We stay with a friend. Mind you, they have a 3-bedroom. They also have 6 members in their family. So we have our 7, they have their 6. All 7 of us were in one room, and they had the other 2 rooms among their 6. You know, so it didn't take long for attention to build up, you know, and for us to get the button heads and things like that. And they just said, hey, can you just leave out by September 1st? So we left, and we went from hotel to motel, basically is what we were doing, until money ran out. And we got to the point where if I didn't reach out to a shelter, we were going to be sleeping in our van, if not sleeping under somebody's bridge or something. It was that bad. And I told myself, I said, as the man of the house, I felt like the best thing I could do was to be able to ask for help, to swallow my pride, ask for help. I remember bringing the idea to my wife. I said, babe, what do you think about us actually taking time, seeking out help, like going to a shelter? Immediately she was like, no, we're not doing shelter. And the reason why is she understood that most shelters, they would take the women, the mothers, and they'll take the children, but they wouldn't take the man, the husband or father. And so we didn't want to be separated. I told her, I said, listen, baby, even if they don't take me, at least you guys will have shelter. I can stay in the car. Like, we can make it work. Like, we'll be fine. And she's like, no, I don't want to do it. Well, I ended up talking to one of the shelters, local agencies there, and who provided shelter. And they said, you know what, no, your whole family can actually be a part of this one. And I said, well, you know what, we're going to go do it. And so set up an interview, and we went out there to actually get the help that we needed.
We ended up meeting amazing people from the shelter system. Some that we still have contact with today. And they said that our family impacted them so much that they honored us with that.
So you guys are here because we have been selected to receive a mortgage-free house, and that is an answer to our prayers. Like, literally, our kids have been praying for a house that could be our own, because they don't want to have to move, again. And so it's truly an answer to our prayers.
It means that we finally get our permanent home.
Yeah, it means that we don't have to keep moving.
I say it's freedom because we can finally have our own house and not have to move, because we've had lots of friends but we had to move away a lot, but now we can actually stay.
We have never owned our own home, and it's always been one of those things that we desired, but circumstances, they happened and kept us from actually being able to have that home that we can call our own. So to know that it's an answer to our kids' prayers, it's an answer to our prayers, it means, words can't even describe what it really does mean to us. But we're forever grateful, to be able to have a place to call our home. I don't have any words to describe. It means so much.
It's like to see how happy they are. It's truly amazing.
just can't say enough about how excited we are about this donation to give to this wonderful family. I think that it's an honor for every single one of us to be here today to donate this home to you, Mr. Thomas. I know you're a veteran of the United States Marine Corps. This is your beautiful wife, your high school sweetheart, and this beautiful family. Their story is absolutely amazing. I think the thing that speaks the most to me is that you guys have went through more than any of us could imagine. We think we all have our stories. Your statement in your bio, if I can get it out, that you guys are not victims, you guys are victors. That's powerful.
I would say this, just thank you. I mean, I don't know if that's a good enough statement, you know, but from the bottom of our heart, I mean, truly, thank you. You know, we were looking simply for a hand up, and I think VAREP, you guys have done more than that, you know, and so we really appreciate you guys. Bank of America, we really appreciate you, and everyone else that has came out. Truly, thank you guys for being a part of our story. You know, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think we would have a story. So again, thank you so much.
Brick by brick, stone by stone, we've built a place to call our home. And for the first time in my life, I'm holding the keys to a brand new life waiting on me. That's what makes a house a home.